Happy What Should I Do Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic, magical, as always, wonderful Wednesday. I know I am, even though I slept like snot, but that's really nothing new for me. I have insomnia, something horrible, and sleeping or lack thereof is very common for me. Yes, I take medication for it, but it doesn't always work. And anybody who takes sleeping medication knows that, like, if you take it and you don't sleep the way you're supposed to, you are worthless the next day. Like, at least part of the day. You are absolutely, horribly worthless because you wake up, if you do sleep at all, and you're like in zombie mode. And I know I was this morning. I was like a level 5 zombie. I was like, I was seeing colors and hearing, it was just weird. Like, I was not in any frame of mind to be doing anything that took concentration. But I still had to get the kids off to school, so like I powered through, and I was sitting in the school parking lot going, I have got to do something. I'm not going to make it through the day. Like, I'm not going to make it today. So I hung a right to my saving grace, which was Starbucks. Thank God there's a Starbucks, like, right by my kids' school. That was a smart investment to put one right there. So I pull in, and I got a giant ass iced coffee, and I'm talking like the biggest one that they sell, with a double shot of espresso. It was stupidly unhealthy, and to back it up, I got a freaking breakfast burrito with like bacon. Oh, it was bacon and cheese, and it was just, it was amazing. And by the time I got home, because I chugged that damn thing, like I was on a mission to wake up. And by the time I got home, I was so jittery. I was like a butterfly day one out of the cocoon. I was just everywhere. So I did laundry and I did dishes. By doing dishes, I mean that I took them out of my sink and put them in my dishwasher to let my dishwasher do them for me. I did some stuff outside, and then I wrote up my movie review, and now I am doing What Should I Do Wednesday, where I answer all of your general paranormal related questions that you guys asked me all up on the Facebook page, and we have a really good list today. I had several questions come in, and I broke it down to 3 because 3 of them are going to take some time, and I want to give them the focus that they deserve, and I want to give my opinion and give my information, and I want it to be worthy of the questions, and so I broke it down to 3 and put the rest of them in my arsenal list for next week, and I will answer those next week. But we are going to get started because, as always, I ramble and my ADD kicks in and then I'm everywhere. And like I said, these are going to go a little long. So here we go. Yo. Our first question is, if someone has a spirit or demon attachment, are they then more likely to have it happen again, even if the location and the circumstances change? More than likely. Because spirit and demon attachments to a person, they're attached to you. They're not attached to the home. They're not attached to the trees outside. They're attached to you. Spirits are a little bit different than demons in the sense that spirits you can go to a location not having an attachment and leave with that attachment, with the spirit. And the same goes for a demon, but a spirit attachment, their basis is not always to, their goal is not always to bring you down and, like, kill you. Demons typically are out for death. They want to deplete you of everything until you can go no more. Spirit attachments, while they are dangerous, or can be dangerous, demon attachments are almost always dangerous because you get a demon attachment and you're dealing with things like possession and the stages of possession, oppression and infestation, and then you get possession, and then you're just screwed. So it takes a lot of willpower to release an attachment of a demon. You have to be strong. You have to be willing to let go of that because they can manipulate you into making you feel like you need that. And if you move, or if you become this overly, spiritual person or whatever, chances are they'll still be there. There's ways to get rid of them, of course. There's ways to detach yourself, with a demon or a spirit. A spirit, you can cleanse the home and cleanse yourself and work on getting rid of whatever's attached to you, or helping them, move on and go to the other side. With a demon, you have to do things, and you talk like exorcisms, and you have to cleanse your home and make it a spiritual, pure place. But then you have to do a lot of work within yourself. And like I said, you have to have willpower to let go of that. A lot of times you read stories or hear documentaries or see shows about people who are possessed by demons or have a demon attachment, and they move, or they go to church all the time now. And it may tone it down, but the demon doesn't care. The demon can go with you. And so you have to do the correct things to get rid of them, or attempt to get rid of them. And you have to have the right team of people around you, and you have to be strong within yourself to do that. And so, yes, it doesn't matter when they're attached to you, because at the end of the day, they're not attached to the home. They could care less if you leave that house, because they want you. It's not going to matter if your circumstances change, or if you move to a new home, or you move inside of a freaking church. They're still going to be attached to the one thing they want, which is you. Good question, yo. Our next question is your thoughts on guardian angels. Guardian angels. I smile when I think about this, because you always hear the phrase, well, you had an angel watching over you that day. And yeah, you do. I firmly believe in guardian angels. I believe that they are there for you for a reason. And I know that I have too. And they are always with me. I always feel them when I'm falling apart and I'm losing my mind, and I'm laying here, not ashamed to say, curled up in a ball, bawling my eyes out, or screaming at the top of my lungs because I've just had it, is when I feel them the most. I know who my guardian angels are. I know that they are my best friend Camden and my grandfather. Two men that were the lights of my life. And even in death, they are very, very pronounced in my life. They are always there, and they come to me in various ways. I'll see something, or feel something in the air, or I'll smell something, or I'll dream about them. And I just know it's going to be okay. They have placed people in my life here on earth to make my life better and more enriched and make me a better person. And they have removed people from my life that have made me a better person. I listen a lot more now. I used to kind of just not really pay close attention to it when I didn't understand it. And now I listen a little bit deeper, and I take their advice in whatever way that it comes to me. I just seem to know. And I think it's a really beautiful thing to have. And I think that everybody has one, but you just they don't always tune into it. They don't always really take into account how it affects their lives while they're still here. They go, oh yeah, that's a nice thought. Yeah, I could see that. I can understand how they're watching down on us. And it goes so much deeper than that. And that's something I've had to learn. I've had to step back and really focus my life and see how my angels have changed my life for the better. Even though at times I thought it was for the worse. I didn't understand, and I didn't know. And then there are times when really great things happen, and I just sit there going, okay, I get it, fine. Your guardian angels are like your annoying little brothers that you're just like, they drive you nuts sometimes because they're right and you don't want them to be right. And they are annoying, and they're so warm, but yet they're so warm to have, and you're so lucky to have them, because They're doing things for you even when you don't understand. So my thoughts overall on guardian angels are they are annoying as crap sometimes, but they are the most wonderful thing in the world to have. And they will guide you and lead you even when you don't know it in the direction that you're meant to take. So listen to your guardian angels because they're there. They are working in your life. They are watching over you, and they are doing more for you than you know. And it's just a really awesome thing to have. Now, our last question is one that is personal to me. It's personal to several of our admins in different ways, and it's one that is probably going to take up the majority, the most of my time, and so it was the one that was the most important to me, and I wanted to give it a lot of focus. And it is, how does being an empath affect your life on a daily basis? Oh boy. I've talked about this before, how I've talked about me being an empath before, and what it does to me emotionally. How it affects my life, however, on a daily basis, I don't think is something that I really haven't touched on, not specifically. It's interesting, I can tell you, especially before I look at my life when I didn't know that I was an empath, or that's what it was. I look at my life then and I look at my life now, and it's kind of like a 180. It's exhausting. I can tell you that, because every day you wake up, and you can wake up, hit the floor, and be in a mood, and you don't know why. You can just be in the weirdest place, and you don't understand it. There are factors in your life on a daily basis that could be playing a role in what you're feeling, and then you look at it and go, no, that's not it. What is going on with me today? Like, what is my deal? Like, I'm just moody, and I'm not really sad, but I'm angry, but I'm not. I'm tired, but I'm not. I'm pissy, but I'm not. And then you take it out on the people you're closest to. They become your dartboard. They become your target. And then they're left confused and going, what the hell did I do today? And it's a struggle, because we're not easy people to love. We're not easy people to love. We are annoying as piss, because our emotions are constantly all over the place. And though we can harness that, and we can work on shielding ourselves from that, there are times where it's just not possible. Like, you're just so tired, and you're so drained, and you're so weak that you literally just go, I quit. I surrender, white flag, I can't do this today, I'm over it. And those are the days that we're the hardest to love, because we can't just push on and trudge on. And we have a tendency to sound like broken records, because a lot of times we are dealing with our own emotions and our own feelings, but we're dealing with the emotions and feelings of other people around us, whether they are friends, family, or complete strangers. Depending on how strong your abilities are, depends on your moodiness factor. If you are someone who is new in your ability, you don't really understand it, you don't even know you're an empath, you're not going to understand why you are the way you are. You're not going to understand why you are up and down and all around in 50 different circles every day. Because you are on that crazy roller coaster of emotion, because you don't know how to harness it. If you are someone who's growing in your abilities, which I like to stick myself in that tab, because I'm still learning how to shield myself from other people's emotions. I'm still learning how to not let that affect my daily life. And it's hard. It's hard, and it's frustrating. And then you have the people who are really, really, really good at shielding, and they're really, really, really good at holding their emotions in check and being able to say, well, this, I'm feeling this person today, or I'm feeling him today, or I'm feeling her today, or I'm feeling this guy today, or I'm feeling this total stranger today, or I'm feeling myself today. I'm kind of wavering between that. I can typically I'm learning signs that when specific people are having issues, I know what that specific feeling is. And then there are days I wake up and I go, I don't know. Today, I don't know. Today, I don't understand this. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. Sometimes I'll figure it out. Most of the time, I don't. And I go to bed pissed off and angry and exhausted because it was another day where I looked like a Looney Tune because I was emotional all day and I was moody and I was pissy. And it's not something that you're ever proud of. That's why people with abilities always say it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing when you can help somebody. It's a blessing when you can understand your own emotion. It's a curse when you have the days where you're out of control and you feel out of control. And it's scary. And so when it comes down to affecting my life on a daily basis, I have to use the words a struggle, a drain on your resources, your energy, your relationships, your family, because we can be very hard people to be around. We're very reclusive in that aspect because sometimes we just go, you know what, it's just not safe for you to be around me today. It's just not safe for you to be in my bubble today. But then on the same instance, you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be lonely, and you don't want to be secluded from people because then you're different and you're acknowledging that you're different. And I think that so many people strive to not be different. They try to conform and be like everybody else. It's hard. It's a struggle, and it's just tough. It's not a game. It's not something to play around with. It's not, once you know and once you understand that you have an ability or a gift, you can either choose to acknowledge it and try to make it better and try to make it beneficial and try to make it worth something, or you can go, oh, you can not acknowledge it, and you can live in a world of chaos and crazy, and you can live in a world where people don't want to be around you. They don't want to be your friend. They don't want to be in a relationship with you. They don't want to be a part of your world because you are so unpredictable. And I've been in that spot. That was hands down my high school life. I mean, I didn't have friends. I didn't have relationships. And when I did, they didn't stick around very long because I was just an emotional mess and I didn't understand why. And then I'd feel bad. And, well, you're not sorry. Well, but I am. You know, yeah, I snapped at you, but I'm sorry. And you're sitting there going, why? You're left going, why? Why can't I control this? And I didn't have anybody to hold my hand and guide me through and tell me it was going to be all right and tell me this is how it's going to be and this is what you can do to fix it. I didn't have that till very recently. And so it's made for a path of kind of destruction in my wake. And I'm getting better. It's slow. It's a slow process, but you have to be willing to take the pleasure with the pain. You have to be willing to be knocked down a few pegs once in a while. And that all just depends on the people that you put in your life. And so I think that it's just a learning experience. And it's ever evolving and ever changing, and you just have to be willing to do it. And so it's a trip for sure on an everyday basis. Because I can't wake up tomorrow and not be an empath and not have abilities and not have a gift. I can't turn it off. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with a light switch. And there are days I wish it did. But it doesn't come with a light switch. So it's interesting. It's interesting, and it's fun, and it's annoying, and it's draining, and it's exhaustive, and it's emotional, and it's a trip. It's just a trip, is all I can say. But I don't think I'd change it for anything in the world because it makes me me, and I don't want to, at the end of the day, I don't want to be anybody else other than me. So take me or leave me. I'm not going to change. This is how it is. And luckily enough, I've got the right people in my life who love me for me, who take me for me, even though I annoy the crap out of them on a daily basis. They still wake up every day and say, you know what? I love you. And I'm okay with that. That's cool, because then I know that I'm in the right spot. I've got the right people, and I've got the people that I'm meant to have in my life. And that's, at the end of the day, a really awesome feeling. So that is all I have for What Should I Do Wednesday. I will be back on Friday for GA Flashback Friday, where we recap one of our past favorite episodes of Ghost Adventures. I am going to, until then, go do something else productive. I'm sure that I can find something else to do, because I am still on a coffee high and I cannot sit in this house and do absolutely nothing. So have a great rest of your Wednesday. I will see you Friday. Much love and happiness.